Hey, beautiful souls, it's Joy. I'm back with another weekly reading. I'm Joyful Medium Joy Giovanni. I'm a medium, mystic, and mentor, and we are going to get into your messages of the week. I know many of you think I took a little break. I didn't. I was just playing some catch up, and the truth is I'm finding my flow again. I was a little bit overwhelmed by everything going on and by the free workshop and all that. So let's get into these messages for the week here. Let's see. Okay, great. So the first card we've got is the Emperor. We have a lot of major arcana cards, which means a lot of big, powerful shifts that will affect this time period in your life and probably many weeks ahead. If you're watching this when it's being created, we are in the beginning of November. So the Emperor is just reminding us to go back into the structures that we know. If you have a personal practice that's working for you, if it's going for a walk every day, if it's getting a massage, if it's doing your meditation, please be doing your meditation. Tuning into and focusing on reintegrating the structures and the schedule that works best for you as we're in flux and in change. We've got so many changes happening on all the levels, physical, energetic, in our world, in our day-to-day lives. Our year is about to shift again. Okay, so the next piece of guidance that's coming in for us, I love this. This card people often think is a little bit scary. Five of Swords. Now, this is about people moving away from a situation or no longer being willing to engage in the fight, in the combat, in the conflict, in the you know how sometimes something just feels like a conflict, even if it's just a conversation we need to have? So really evaluating the way we're entering into the more serious or tender discussions we're needing to have, realizing it's okay if some people step away, it's okay if we step away, but not being so much in the fight anymore and just changing perspective. This can also indicate for some of you some changes coming, having to do with the people that are in your life, in your space, the way they're showing up. Perhaps you're creating some new boundaries and the way that people used to show up is no longer going to work for you and you're asserting those boundaries. But instead of continuing the fight, instead of like being in arms, right, and fighting, just really having those conversations from a direct, kind, but intellectual place and letting people step away if they cannot adhere to your new boundaries, if they can't respect what you're asking, and also back for them. So if they're making a request of you that you can't honor, instead of fighting, having the intellectual conversation about it, and then realizing there are going to be some people who just are not going to resonate with you anymore, who it's time for your paths to divert for a little while, and that's okay. This is a minor arcana card, meaning it's probably not the biggest relationships in your life in this situation. It's probably some day-to-day relationships. So maybe a coworker, maybe a more casual friend, maybe another mom at the school, for example. You guys just aren't really jiving anymore. Okay, so the next card we have is also a major arcana card, Justice. So if you feel like there have been things going on in your life situations that have just felt kind of unjust, out of balance, like you're putting in the work and getting none of the break, some of this is about letting you know that in the bigger picture of things, that justice is going to prevail ultimately. Now, these two pillars and these scales also represent balance. So making sure that, like in that example of like you doing all the work and not getting to enjoy, are you volunteering for all that work? Are you saying, hey, I'd like there to be a more clear-cut division of labor here. I'm going to do these tasks. Can you take these tasks, for example? I know that with people that have kiddos in school, there's lots of like school projects and events and field trips and things happening, but that can also be true in your work life or even just in your family life. Don't be that person who feels like you're a victim and no one's wanting to help you with anything when you haven't asked for help and you've been, taking over the tasks on your own. So that's just one example. This can apply in tons of ways. But if there's something going on in your space that you feel unseen, like things haven't been just, like the scales haven't been turning in your way, like you've been putting in all your effort and nothing's coming to fruition, just know that in the bigger picture, grand scheme of things, that things really are moving towards what you would consider justice in that situation. It doesn't always mean you're going to get exactly what you want, but it does mean in some cases hard work paying off. if it is a situation where, maybe there's a level of justice needing to take place. I know several people have personal lawsuits or contracts they're negotiating or different things. Just knowing that if you stick to your points and you're being truthful and honest and in integrity with yourself, that justice can prevail. And the last card I have for you today, and this reading's going a little long because I know I've missed a week. So this last card reading here is Queen of Wands. This is my favorite card in the deck. Some of you know it's also represented as Queen of Fire almost. It's reminding you that no matter what's going on, whether you've been a little bit out of your schedule or forgetting to do your meditation or not taking care of your body or super busy and feeling turned upside down or having little discussions or arguments or disagreements or feeling things are unjust, you have the power from that passionate place within you to create the life that you desire. Just by getting more clear on what it is you desire, kind of putting that thought, that intention, that desire out to the universe, receiving that inspiration, and then acting on it. Queen of Fire is about action, but it's about passion and enjoyment and excitement and having all the ingredients to make the most incredible recipe already at your disposal, including the power within you, everything you need to have that intuition, to have that inspiration, to write that book, to create that project, to move that business forward. Whatever it is for you, let me know in the comments, but you've got it. This card to me is always the indicator that okay, what I'm doing in the world, behind the scenes in the energy is moving forward and just keep going. This is a power card. This is not a major arcana card, but it is, since it's at the king queen level, it is a powerful card. So I love this one. Hopefully you love this one too. You have it within you right now to move towards the life that you envisioned for yourself, the feelings you want to feel, the experiences you want to experience. So just getting a little bit more back into your structure, your schedule, your regimented program, whatever that is for you. For me, it has to do with being a little more on my schedule of creating with podcasts and posts and reels and readings and all the things. I have a couple events coming up. So I'm so glad you were here for the mini reading this week. Let me know how this resonates with you. Hopefully it gives you a little heads up. It's okay if some people are falling away, if some contracts and opportunities seem like they're falling away. Really, we are having the power and actually in effect creating right now everything we want. For those of you that feel like you're ready for a little bit of healing in November, because of all the holidays we've got coming, I've adjusted the dates of the free community healing. So it's totally free. Everyone is welcome. Go to my website, joyfulmedium.com. Check out the events section. It tells you all about the healing, the date, the time, how to sign up. Head on over there. I would love to have you. Let me know in the comments how this resonated with you. If you like these longer versions of readings, I kind of like the longer ones. Let me know what you think. We're going to be making some changes and I want your input and your help because you are what makes this a community. So big hugs, lots of love. Bye for now.